or having that access at the back lines, it means that your enemy will try to focus you out instead of the front liners. And that gives space for TNC, especially the back lines, the heavy artillery of TNC, to move forward and play accordingly. So again, the burst. So I guess TNC, they will go for another counterplay along with the Francos. So early game pickoffs and then try to control the team fight afterwards onto the mid game, late game.
Atlas pickup for Chaknu. The crowd went wild a little bit.
Yeah.
People love this Atlas coming in from Chaknu.
Yeah, and it's funny because Moba Zane mentioned yesterday he wants to see Chaknu play the Atlas again, and here it is for game number 3. And I gotta say, TNC's a little bit worried here because they're so front-loaded on magic damage.
And right now you could hear the crowd screaming one-shot Omega. I wonder if the Phoenix Army could actually respond. And hopefully the crowd for the Phoenix Army isn't too silent. We are entering game number 3. Can the Kings of C actually get their right to defend their championship, or will the Phoenix Army rise once again? What can we expect in the early game?
Early game for OMG, they just want to, again, get those average ups. So try to scale as much as possible. And while Chaknu with the pull yourself together, he'll be the one who's going to set up the tempo. Provide information for the rest of Omega, and also provides information how TNC reacts all throughout the map, because SZYZ with the jungle emblem loves to fight early as well, with the mobility of their position force.
A lot of early action too. I mean, this is exactly what TNC has to do. They can't, I mean, you have a Franco, right? You don't want to just allow Ryzen to just free farm in the jungle, have a, you know, jolly good time early game. Like, this is why you have the Franco. You have to punish him if you can to get an advantage here.
Yeah, you kind of want to make sure that you either hook away the buffs, just like this time, but he will be still able to secure that purple. And Omega still farming quite safely here. And the problem here for TNC is that the enemy team is a ticking time bomb. I do feel like the scaling from the side of Omega is a little bit better than the late game insurance of TNC, which is mostly on that Alice.
Dude, this is going to be hard because, again, when you have Etu Max on the Sicilian, it's a ticking time bomb, right? And that's exactly what Smart Omega can be. Also, they have adjusted their playstyle the past couple games, but let's say if they drag this one out, they know how to play around that that time as well, the timing there, and that is a ticking time bomb.
Ooh.
Wow, nice.
Be there.
Little flashy play there. There's the stun from Chaknu, but he's got no fatal links just yet, forcing the flicker out. Etu Max once again getting the first blood. That's going to be tough here. SD now working on Ryzen. Ryzen going to be able to get away here. This is exactly what Smart Omega wants right now.
Yeah, it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Ben Thinks gets his first kill, and on the other side, Etu Max gets his first kill. This is better for Omega. You're giving the Sicilian extra gold early on. That is insanely good for Etu Max. And this is the third time that we actually saw Etu Max secure first blood in this series, so things are looking great for the resident Tito.
Yep, and also, well, nice control as well for TNC, because at least they're able to stop the stacks from building up on the side of Etamax, punishing him as well. But it's still an even fight or skirmish on the side of both teams here. It's all about who will try to get, or who will start the turtle, which is Serenjo, is already preparing for Ryzen, as we all know, with the jungle emblem.
Oh, going to be a big hook there. That's going to be an automatic kill here for Escalera. They're happy to grab that one, but the turtle's going to be secured by Ryzen. Let's see if Smart Omega can actually just be happy with that turtle.
Turtle for a kill. The Etu Max hype train during that time immediately stopped by Ben Things. 1-0-1 now on this Franco, and we gotta expect great things from Ben Things this time around. He is on his last life. He has to make these plays work. And Omega, on the other hand, they still have a little bit of a cushion, but you don't want to be comfortable in this spot.
Yeah, and TNC also needs to play aggressively right now, because as Nice mentioned earlier, Smart OMG is like a ticking time bomb. We're talking about Ryzen here. Once Ryzen is, well, haven't been controlled early, and once able to get his stacks up, look at this.
Oh, that's going to be a kill there. I heard he tried to set up the Fatal Links, but it's not going to connect. Ben Things could be in trouble, has to flicker out, and that's going to be okay for TNC. Once again, finding another kill here. Chaknu, got to be careful.
Early game, TNC gaining control. This has been the story for the entire series. TDZ, what could they do to keep this early game lead?
Yep, again, well, take down Ryzen as early as possible. Don't let him get his more tanky items because, well, on the mid game to late game, Ryzen will just pop his Torsion's Puissance and absorb all the damage, buying time for TNC or for OMG to reload. Again, most of the ultimates here just takes a little bit more time, or it takes a little bit of cooldown before they can use it again. So prolonged team fights, control the damage output. So TNC, again, those hooks, I guess, from Ben things really made a lot of impact there, just to make sure that they can stop the bleeding for Smart Omega.
Yeah, and talking about bleeding, we have the Alice who loves to suck on blood, of course. We know that.
Yeah.
Just the lifesteal or spell vamp rather that comes in from the Blood Awe, or is it Blood Ode? It's the Blood Ode. From the Blood Ode, you have the Baksha to actually stop that, or at least give it a little bit of a degrade from the regular healing that this Alice has. I wonder what was the decision-making process is for TNC during that time, considering that the Baksha was already the pickup in the first rotation. They still went for the Alice. The Alice is already there, but while we're waiting for the technical pause, what could have been a somewhat different option in that gold lane if they wanted a late game insurance?
That's a great question, because honestly the Alice kind of came out of left field. I'm not really sure why they decided to go with it, right? I mean, it's probably going to work so far. I mean, this is too early to tell really how that's going to develop throughout the game, but again, I still think that they're too magic damage dependent, and a couple magic resistance items like an Athena Shield or even a Radiant Armor will be big for Smart Omega.
And this is a really different Alice pick, because this is an XP lane Alice. We're usually seeing the Alice in the gold lane so you can rush its items, but this time around, we're seeing it against the Esmeralda. That makes a little bit more sense. The Girdle will be started here by TNC. SD might just secure it!
There's the Fatal Links coming out for the Jack Mamba. Can the follow-up be here? That's going to be quite a bit of damage. Cram able to get something here. SD popping a lot of damage as well. They're happy to be able to get that one. That's one down. So big play once again coming out from TNC.
Shocknu with a great engage, and Kelro with a solo kill. He will not survive this 3v1.
Unless but it's not going to be enough. The kill secured here by SD.
I thought I was going to eat my words after I said he's not deserve at the 3v1. Not to be a pessimist, but honestly, like 3 people when you've already burnt your mobility spells. But you know what? I'm not going to second guess anytime soon. Escalera, he's just going to run away, but a Feathered Air Strike will be used almost an Edamax.
Wow, he even popped the Purify because he thought he was going to get taken there too. So again, I actually thought also back to that play there, that was a great attempt by Kelro. I thought he was going to break their ankles, but unfortunately TNC's not having it. So now they're going to focus here in the bottom lane. Escalera could be in trouble. Flicker comes in, the suppression is out. Bloody Hunt. But here comes Chaknu. Could be looking for something to try to set up. Going to get stunned quite a bit. There's just too much CC. And now the focus on Yasuo. Can he survive? Escalera pretty low too. The bats are coming
Ryzen.
out. Ryzen is just deleting them slowly with that poison.
They're too many.
Cram! Can he actually do this? Cram does it! The double kill! But he does go down, and now, meanwhile, at the bottom lane, Ryzen finds one himself. Holy moly!
It's a 4-4-2 exchange. Omega gets a win in that fight, and the 2K gold lead, it minimizes down to 400. How did that happen?
Again, Ryzen, man. Again, those shields of Baksha. As long as you can continually, connect it to an enemy hero, the cooldown is lessened, so it means that you can still apply consistent damage while popping, or while also relying on the damage from the Tortoise Puissance. So there's really no way that TNC can deal or can secure a kill on Ryzen, and because of the items as well. So that's one of the reasons why I'm saying earlier that they need to take down Ryzen.
Oh, wait a minute!
Fatal Links comes out! Can they follow up? The Blood Ode's gonna be too much! The shutdown though! Double kill for Kelra! 3 fall for TNC! Huge play by the Jack Mamba!
The king of tanks! Jack Mamba with another great setup. Omega, they are at the top right now for a good reason. And Jack Mamba with another surprise. Let's look at this replay.
Look at this. Chaknu with a perfect match. Perfect time. Saw an opening there with Renzio's help. Slightly adjusting with the flicker. Catching 4 members of TNC. Punishing them one by one, and also with a follow-up from Kelra, almost being taken out, but still the damage, the team fight counterplay from Omega is really strong.
All right, TNC looking for a counterplay on Renzo. Ben thinks.
Renzio going to get stunned here. There's not much places he can go, and that's going to be an easy kill, a pickup here for TNC.
Omega holding on to an 800 gold lead. This is still anybody's game, but in late game, the Sicilian we all know is king. How can TNC climb back up there?
Well, use the Iron Hook from Ben thinks. Try to take down E2max or rather force a lot of battle spells for Omega just to make sure that for the next team fight, if they decided to play aggressive or set up the team fight, it will be easier for them to engage. And also I want to talk about TNC's item pickups here. Again, COD plus a Lightning Truncheon already been picked up by Escalera at around 8-minute mark for sure. There's almost already had his, or going into the 12 stack. So we're expecting a lot of heavy artillery magic damage here for TNC. So OMG needs to time or wait for Escalera to pop his Feathered Airstrike before Chakno engage. So I think it's all about timing there for both teams. Who initiated first?
9 minutes inside this game, and Omega, they're looking at this Lord.
Big pickup here by Krem, though. So he does have that Winter Tranche combination available for the Alice. Lord's going to go ahead and get started here by Ryzen. TNC has to actually contest this. They don't want to give this away just yet, but look, they are.
It is a free Lord for the side of Omega. This is a level 1 Lord for the Barangay. And now a 1,000 gold lead. They could use this to potentially gain more control over the map. But this could easily be cleared out by TNC with their team comp. However, as you said, Nigel, they don't want to give away objectives for free. The gold lead isn't that big. But then again, the decisiveness of Omega.
Again, man, you're talking about, I know it's just a normal Lord here, but what it's going to convert to is, again, Chaknu has the Flicker available, the Fatal Link's available. He's most likely going to pull the trigger, make a play, and this is going to convert to turrets going down. And now the Lord here now in the mid lane. Kram's going to try to do his best. Just wait. The Feathered Airstrike comes down. And actually, TNC is going to go ahead and defend for now.
It just closes out the fight. The ultimates were used. The Lord is gone. I think they did get at least 2 turrets out of that Lord push, but can Omega actually get more?
Here comes Chaknu. He's going to look for the set. Not going to find anything, but they find a turret. Happy with that. Smart Omega going to be careful here. They have to. TNC knows how to punish here, and right now, Smart Omega makes the great decision.
Yep, Smart Omega with their positioning, also respecting TNC for their counterplay. So after the Fatal Link is attempt, they immediately go back and also prepare for another bait for TNC. But for TNC, still, they're currently on the lead when it comes to kill score, but Omega is just playing defensively after playing or instantly or immediately adjusting their play style and don't want to give TNC any kind of opening for a comeback.
And speaking of comeback, TNC needs to make one happen. Their tournament lives on stake here. 2.6k gold lead for Omega. Here comes a big fight, but they don't call it just yet.
Gotta be careful. They got the Feathered Airstrike out. That's gonna be a big problem here for TNC if Smart Omega decides to engage, but it's not looking like they're going to. I mean, again, 1 minute to the next Lord, that's going to be the crucial one.
The crucial objective is yet to spawn, but let's look at the items here, TDZ.
Look at Renzo with the Dominance Eyes, Oracle. He really wants to soak all the damage here from TNC, and also with the Oracle, or rather with the Ice Queen 1, you can easily slow down all the members and can reach the backlines easily. So Yasuo needs to itemize properly. I think he is going for a Demon Hunter sword, or rather a Wind of Nature here. Just a little bit of a protection once Kelra decided to go in with the Blazing Duet. Especially he already has the Demon Hunter sword and also the Golden Staff. So it's really all about initiation, who initiates first. And with the 3k gold lead, Omega is just looking for an opening or trying to catch or provide or gather information how TNC will react onto the next Lord, since it's already 5 seconds left for the Lord to respawn.
Yeah, and Omega does have control over this Luminous Lord, and Ryzen in fact starts it already. TNC, they have their battle spells, all of their flickers that purify the retribution. They're more than ready to try and steal away this crucial objective, but the question remains, can they actually execute? The time is ticking. The time should be now. Ben Things is looking for an angle, and SDZYZ clears things out. Here we go!
Jack New looking to focus on Escalera, forcing the wings by wings. Lord's still going to be up here. Look at the back line, though. SD's trying to get the retribution off. Will he be able to grab it? No! Ryzen does! Smart Omega now going to turn it around, but they find a kill on Etumax. He falls. SD's the next target. He goes down. Ryzen now. Bam! Not able to get it just yet. Going to force them back out. Ben Things should be okay. Right now, it's a 1-for-1, but the Lord secured by Smart Omega.
Smart Omega securing that Luminous Lord means they get to have a big push and possibly even take inhibitor turrets. Cram still alive, the late game insurance. Can he actually insure it? Crunching in time!
Oh, what a play there. Escalera still going to be alive here. Lord goes down. That's going to be big, but the suppression comes out. And Renzio is taken out of the picture. All turrets still alive for TNC.
Clutch defense for TNC. And this means we are heading over to overtime. More late game experience for this Alice and Etumax on this Sicilian.
Yeah, Cram purchase a Divine Glaive, so I think I believe the plan here for that Alice pick is to cause havoc on the back lines, forcing them to move forward or going for much easier for TNC to separate the box of OMG, making it to a team fight into 2 small skirmishes. So that's the plan. And while SDZYZ will catch out the back lines, however, OMG. Chaknu really loves to look for Escalera, especially on that last Lord team fight. He's able to force Escalera to use his Wings by Wings and also his Feathered Airstrike, but Feathered Airstrike is currently out of position, so that's where Omega capitalizes on that team fight. So again, positioning is really the key here, and Omega is really having a good time messing it up.
Yeah, look at this. Etumax and Cram both already in the late game stage. Completed items in both heroes. Ryzen, he's gonna fake one!
They actually gonna get this one. Chaknu's out of the picture, but the return comes out. Feathered Airstrike's gonna be canceled out. Renzio trying to slow everybody. Yasuo's in trouble.
Oh no!
He's actually still alive though. Not able to find that one.
They left
Only
Cram
down, but look at Cram. That's gonna be the killing spree. Cram trying to do his best, but taken out here by Renzio. The turn around. It's a 2-for-2 so far. Smart Omega and TNC gonna have to reset.
Scrappy fights from left and right, and this is what we want to see. Omega and TNC, both of them getting their hands dirty for this Luminous Lord. 30 seconds from now, it will spawn and it will dictate what could possibly be the result of this series.
Nice hook there from Ben Things, getting the right target, catching Omega on that very tight spot, but look at the rest of OMG here, giving an opening for Keller to use his Blazing Duet and also forcing the rest of the members of TNC. Yasuo weren't able to use all of his damage output because he has been pushed back by Ryzen with his mobility as well, so a nice surgical approach there for OMG.
And definitely a big shift here on the side of TNC as well. The gold lead from 2,000 went down to 1K.
Yeah, and this is the power of this Alice pick. We were questioning it earlier, Womi, and now we're seeing it. I mean, Cram once again went against, what, 1 versus 3 there to buy time. Now, Lord for the taking. Conceal going to be popped here. Cram
they want Cram!
They do want to take him out of the picture. Nice juke there. But actually, can they follow up on this? Lord's still going to be worked on. Looking for the response. Cram still alive once again. Can they actually go in on this? Renzio gives the go signal. They're looking for someone. Who's their target going to be?
Oh no, Ben Things
is the one. There's the fatal.
They got Yasuo!
Goes out too. Ben Things falls. Yasuo's down. What else can they take? Smart Omega. It's your one shot. That's going to be the double.
There's only
kill
2 people
for
left.
Can they actually take another? SD trying to do his best.
SD versus the world.
Quite a bit, but the killing spree for Etumax. They find 4.
The Alice is the only one defending the base of the Phoenix army. The Lord is for Omega to take. The Kings of C, 1 win away to defend their MSC title, and Cram is the only one to stop them all.
Well, Cram is not enough right here. The rest of Omega's just already preparing for any kind of entrance or any kind of initiation, while the rest of TNC is already recovering. 1 more second for Yasuo. They still have 1 more fight to win.
Cram just got his ankles broken by Kelra, and they secure the Enhanced Lord here. This is going to be a huge push. Smart Omega.
Smart Omega. They went from the rough regular season that nobody expected. 6th place to 5th place. bottom 2. They swept Echo Philippines in the playoffs, and they swept Onyx Philippines, and now they are at the verge of sweeping TNC as well. The poison of the playoffs, they make their final push. Omega, the Kings of C, will be returning or might be returning unless the Phoenix Army stops them.
Feather Airstrike gonna come out. Lord's still gonna be up. They lose the mid turret. Now they're trying to do their best here to defend the base. Smart Omega looking for setup. Chaknu goes in with a fatal link.
He finds
He's
SD.
in trouble. Gets the mega kill. Let's Max finds another one.
Cram.
Bam! Trying to do his best, but it's not enough. Smart Omega finds another.
Oh, wait a minute.
Big hook though from Ben Things. Can they follow this one up? They're gonna take out Ben Things. 3 fall. Ryzen finds a kill.
Yasuo!
Feather Airstrike's too much. Monster kill at 2 max.
It's a wipe!
Smart Omega is gonna take the series in a sweep.
They are returning to MSC and qualified in the grand finals. The Kings of C will be back to defend their throne. Take it in. The crowd, the energy. The finals is set up.
What a play there, getting that sweep against the TNC.